Hey everyone, Lotus Prince here. Well, at long last, it's time to announce my next game that I'm going to Let's Play. It's actually going to be a co-op with my friend Vice the Bold. You may recall a while ago that we played Snatcher for the Sega CD. Well, now we're going to play its spiritual successor, ported on the PS1. Police Knots. This game is freaking great. It has slightly different play style. Snatcher played kind of like Maniac Mansion, where you mostly had still images, but you did things via your menu. Do you want to look? What do you want to look at? Do you want to investigate? What would you like to investigate? Well, in Police Knots, it's a point and click, but it's not so much moving your character around. You still have still images, but you can move your mouse anywhere, and if you can do anything with that thing, then you'll get a look option or a talk option or go inside or something like that. So the playstyle is slightly different, but you can see how it's effectively the same. It's very similar. Once again, this game has a lot of talking, a lot of plot, a lot of twists and turns. It's freaking great. And Vice and I have an amazing time playing it. I will just give you one warning, though. On the Snatcher Let's Play, I got some comments about Gillian's lecherous behavior toward women, and yeah, the comments were like, okay, some of this is making me uncomfortable, I'm not a fan of this writing. Police Knots also has some of that, so be on the alert for that. And also, just because of Police Knots' delivery, the voice acting in Snatcher kind of got wild and crazy sometimes, because it's like, whoa, look at the situation we're in now. But in Police Knots, characters read their lines mostly pretty damn straight, even if something exciting is happening. Like, they'll get a death threat written in blood, and they'll be like, subtle. Like, that's pretty much how they deliver it, in Japanese, of course. The other thing, though, is that with Gillian, when a girl shoots him down, he's like, "Oh, guess you got me there." And in fact, he actually quoted, he actually said, "You got me there," when Mika told him, like, what do you like in a man? I like a guy who does his job. Ooh, got me there. With Jonathan Ingram, though, it's a little harder to get him to let go, which can get uncomfortable sometimes. Now, again, like Snatcher, your creepy lecherous behavior is because the player chooses to make it happen. It's not scripted, but it can get kind of weird. So just be on the alert for that if that kind of thing made you uncomfortable. But once again, it's a small portion of the game, and you have to go find it yourself. The actual plot is freaking incredible. If Snatcher was like Blade Runner turned into a video game, Police Knots is like Lethal Weapon. So if you're a fan of those movies, you'll probably see some parallels. I had not seen the Lethal Weapon movies at the time we played Police Knots, so Vice was pointing some things out to me. It's rather interesting in that regard. The only thing I can really point out is what we say in the first installment, where your characters kind of look like, well, your characters kind of look like the characters in the movie. You have Mel Gibson over here, Jonathan Ingram. This guy is not your partner, though. Your partner is Ed Brown, and he looks like Danny Glover's character. So you'll see where things go from there. And like Snatcher, Police Knots is a noir story, so it plays out in a really entertaining way, because is kind of hard to come by now. It's more of a thing from the 20th century, so we'll take a look at a relatively old style of storytelling that's freaking fun. So without further ado, I guess we'll see me start putting this thing up in about 3 days. Look out for it then, and I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, everyone.